Ladies and gentlemen, friends, dreamers, believers, let me talk to you today about something that will change the way you tackle 2026, and that is this. Follow your plan, not your mood. Listen, I know life is full of ups and downs. Some mornings you wake up feeling like you can conquer the world. Other mornings you wake up and you don't even want to get out of bed. That's called mood. And let me tell you something, moods are liars. They'll whisper in your ear that you can't do it, that you're tired, that tomorrow is a better day. And if you let them, moods will rob you of your destiny. Listen to me carefully, because this is something that can make or break your 2026. Too many people live their lives reacting to how they feel instead of committing to a mission, a plan, a purpose. Your mood changes daily. It's emotional, unpredictable, and often temporary. One moment you feel like you can conquer the world, and next moment you feel like hiding under the covers. That's human nature, and it's not the enemy, but it is not the guide to your success. Moods will lie to you, and if you follow them, you will wander aimlessly through life, hoping that one day inspiration will magically show up and give you everything you want. But let me tell you, inspiration doesn't come looking for people who wait. It finds people who are working, even when they don't feel like it. Your mission, your purpose, the plan you set for yourself, that is what matters. That is your compass. That is what will keep you on track when life tries to throw you off. A mission doesn't care if you're tired. A mission doesn't care if you're scared. A mission doesn't care if your feelings are all over the place. Your mission is consistent. Your mission has a destination. Your mission will take you places your moods could never dream of taking you. And that is why in 2026, I want you to learn the difference between mood and mission. Too many people let their moods make decisions for them. They say, I'll start tomorrow because today they don't feel like it. They delay, procrastinate, and then wonder why their life hasn't changed. Moods are temporary. They come and go like clouds in the sky, but your mission is your North Star. If you focus on your mission, your goals, your plan, nothing can stop you. It doesn't matter how you feel today. What matters is what you do. You can't wait to feel motivated, inspired, or ready, because those feelings are unreliable. What you can do is commit to your plan and take action anyway. And when you do, magic happens. Following your plan, not your mood, is about discipline and consistency. It's about showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's about keeping your eyes on the prize no matter what your emotions tell you. Think about it. Every successful person you know has done this. They didn't wake up every morning feeling 100% motivated. They had tough days, disappointing setbacks, moments when they wanted to quit, but they kept going because they had a plan. They followed their mission, not their mood, and that's what made them successful. So how do you put this into practice in 2026? First, get clear on your mission. Write it down. Define your goals. Make a roadmap that tells you where you're going and what steps you need to take. Second, commit to action every day, no matter how you feel. Some days you'll feel amazing. Some days you'll feel tired. Some days you'll feel like giving up. But your plan will guide you. It will keep you moving forward. Third, measure your progress. Results don't lie. When you see that your plan is working, it will motivate you far more than any fleeting mood ever could. Remember this, moods are temporary, but your mission is permanent. Success doesn't wait for the right feeling. It waits for consistent action. In 2026, make the decision to follow your plan, not your mood, and watch your life transform. Commit to your mission. Take action even when it's hard. Ignore the moods that want to hold you back. Your dreams are bigger than any temporary feeling. And if you stay true to your plan, nothing can stop you. Motivation is a beautiful thing when it shows up, isn't it? You wake up feeling inspired, ready to take on the world, and everything seems possible. But let me be honest with you. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes like the weather. Some days it's pouring down on you, and other days, not a drop in sight. And if you rely on motivation to get things done in 2026, I promise you, you're going to fail. You're going to wait for that feeling. And while you're waiting, life keeps moving, opportunities pass, and your dreams stay exactly where they are, just dreams. That's why I want you to focus on discipline over motivation. Discipline is not a feeling, it's a decision. Discipline is what happens when you commit to doing something, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is showing up when everyone else is sleeping. Discipline is getting to work when your mind is telling you to quit. Motivation is what gets you started, but discipline is what keeps you going. And in 2026, if you want real change, you've got to fall in love with discipline. Here's the thing. There will be days when you don't feel like working on your goals. There will be days when your energy is low, your mood is off, and the world seems against you. That is the real test of success. Those days will separate the people who dream from the people who achieve. The people who succeed are not the ones who feel like it every day. They are the ones who show up, take action, and push forward no matter what. Discipline carries you through the hard days when motivation has left the building. I want you to understand something else about discipline. It creates momentum. When you act consistently, even on days when you don't feel like it, you start to build a rhythm. You start to see progress. You start to prove to yourself that you're capable. And here's the beautiful part. Once you build that momentum, you don't need motivation as much because your actions create their own energy. You get on a roll and suddenly showing up becomes a habit, not a struggle. And habits are what change lives. So how do you build discipline in 2026? Start small, commit to one task and do it every single day, even when you don't feel like it. Write down your goals and your plan, then follow it like a contract with yourself. Don't wait for the mood to hit you. Don't wait for inspiration to knock on your door. Make the decision to act and act consistently. And every day you do it, you're training yourself to rely on discipline instead of fleeting feelings. Remember, success is not about how you feel, it's about what you do. The most successful people in the world didn't wait for motivation. They acted when it was hard. They acted when it was uncomfortable. They acted when they were tired. That's what got them results. That's what built empires. That's what created legacies. Motivation is great, but I tease unreliable. Discipline is unstoppable. In 2026, I want you to choose discipline over motivation every single day. Make a plan, follow it, and take action no matter how you feel. The days you don't feel like it are the days that matter the most because that's when character is built. That's when momentum is created. That's when results happen. Discipline is what separates the dreamers from the doers. And if you commit to following your plan through discipline, 2026 will be your breakthrough year. A plan is more than just a list of goals. A plan is your roadmap, your guide, your lifeline in the chaos of life. And let me tell you something. In 2026, having a plan is not optional, it's essential. So many people wander through life waiting for the right moment, letting their moods and feelings decide their actions. They wait until they feel motivated, inspired, or ready, and by the time they finally feel right, life has passed them by. But when you have a plan, it gives you clarity, structure, and direction, even on the days when your mood is all over the place. See, planning is freedom. I know it sounds strange. How can rules, schedules, and deadlines give you freedom? But it does. A plan frees you from indecision, confusion, and hesitation. It frees you from wasting energy on worrying about what to do next. When you follow a plan, you know exactly what steps to take, exactly where to go, and exactly what to focus on. Your moods no longer control you because your actions are dictated by something bigger than feelings. They are dictated by purpose, by vision, by commitment. Here's the truth. People who follow their moods are like a boat drifting in the ocean without a rudder. Every wave pushes them in a new direction. Every storm knocks them off course. They are at the mercy of forces they cannot control. But a person with a plan, that person is a captain. That person has a rudder. That person can navigate the storms and reach their destination no matter what the weather looks like. Your plan is your rudder. And in 2026, it will determine whether you drift aimlessly or arrive exactly where you want to be. Planning also gives you accountability. When you set a schedule and define your goals, you are creating a standard for yourself. you are holding yourself to a level of responsibility. Every day you follow your plan, you are proving to yourself that you can be trusted, that you can stay disciplined, that you can deliver. And every time you follow your plan, even when you don't feel like it, you are building confidence and self-respect. Those results are tangible, they are measurable, and they keep you motivated more than any fleeting mood ever could. Another thing about planning is that it helps you prioritize what truly matters. Life will always throw distractions your way. Social media, endless notifications, other people's opinions, they all try to pull you away from your path. But when you have a clear plan, you know what deserves your attention and what doesn't. Your plan becomes a filter for your life, allowing you to focus on what moves you forward and ignore what holds you back. That's the power of a plan. It gives your life purpose and clarity. In 2026, don't wait for the right mood to do the work. Don't wait until you feel inspired or energized. That's not how success works. Success comes to those who follow a plan, take consistent action, and stay committed, no matter how they feel. Your moods are temporary, but your plan is permanent. Your actions based on your plan are what create momentum, results, and transformation. So I want you to get serious this year. Write down your goals. Break them into actionable steps. Make a schedule. Follow it daily. Let your plan guide you instead of your feelings. Commit to owing up even on the days you don't feel like it. And watch how your life changes. Because in 2026, the people who win will not be the ones who wait for motivation. They will be the ones who have a plan and follow it relentlessly, no matter what their mood says. Let me tell you something that many people don't understand. Moods lie. They lie to you about what you can do, about what you're capable of, about whether you should take action today or wait for tomorrow. You wake up one morning and feel tired, discouraged, or overwhelmed, and immediately your mind starts telling you things like, maybe you're not ready, or this is too hard, or you'll try again later. And if you listen to those lies, you will stay right where you are. Your dreams will never move forward. Your goals will never be achieved. Moods are temporary. They come and go, but your actions, your commitment, and your results are permanent. And in 2026, it's time to start trusting results, not feelings. You see, the problem with moods is that they are emotional, unpredictable, and often based on circumstances you cannot control. One moment you feel on top of the world, the next moment you feel defeated. If you let moods guide your actions, you will always be inconsistent. You'll start projects with excitement, then quit when things get hard. You'll chase after opportunities when you feel motivated and ignore them when you don't. And that inconsistency is what keeps people trapped in mediocrity. Success does not come from following your feelings. It comes from following your plan, even when your mood says otherwise. Here's the truth. Results don't lie. If you follow a plan consistently, you will see progress. You will see change. You will see your dreams moving closer to reality. And the beauty of results is that they are measurable and undeniable. They don't care if you felt tired, discouraged, or inspired that day. They only care that you took action. And that's why in 2026, you have to learn to prioritize results over moods. You have to make a commitment to keep moving no matter how you feel. Following your plan instead of your mood is not easy. It takes discipline. It takes focus. It takes courage. You're going to have days when your energy is low, when your mind is full of doubts, when everything in you wants to quit. Those are the days that matter the most. Those are the days that determine whether you will succeed or remain stuck. Because every successful person has faced those days, and every one of them chose to act anyway. They trusted their plan, they trusted the process, and they trusted that consistent action would bring results, even when their mood told them to stop. Another key point is this: moods are fleeting, but the impact of your actions is lasting. One day you may feel like giving up, but the action you take today can ripple into the future in ways you cannot yet see. A small step taken consistently builds momentum. Momentum creates progress. Progress builds confidence, and confidence drives more action. This cycle is far more powerful than waiting to feel ready or inspired. Moods will never create that kind of cycle. Only action will. So, in 2026, I want you to stop listening to your moods and start following your plan. Write down your goals. Break them into daily steps. Hold yourself accountable. Measure your progress. Celebrate results no matter how small. And when you feel like quitting, remind yourself that moods lie, but results speak the truth. When you consistently take action, even on the hard days, you are building a life that no temporary feeling can destroy. Remember this, feelings are unreliable, but actions are unstoppable. Moods can discourage you, confuse you, and even trick you, but following your plan will move you forward every single time. In 2026, make a commitment to trust results over moods. Take action, stay consistent, and let your life be defined by what you do, not by what you feel. The results will follow, and your success will be undeniable. Momentum is one of the most powerful forces in life, yet so many people underestimate it. They wait for motivation. They wait for inspiration. They wait for the perfect mood to show up before taking action. And when they wait, nothing happens. Success never shows up at the door of someone who waits for feelings to catch up. Momentum is what separates people who dream from people who do. It is the energy that carries you forward, even on the days when your motivation is gone. And in 2026, if you want to change your life, you have to learn how to build momentum. And the only way to do that is by following your plan, not your mood. Let me break it down for you. Momentum is created by small, consistent actions. Every step you take toward your goals, no matter how tiny it seems, adds up. Each day you stick to your plan. Each task you complete. Each decision you make to keep moving forward. These are the building blocks of momentum. And once momentum starts to build, something magical happens. Things get easier. You feel more capable. You see results faster. Your confidence grows, and suddenly following your plan feels natural, even when your mood is not cooperating. But here's the thing. Momentum doesn't start on its own. You have to create it. You have to decide to take action, even when it's hard. You have to move, even when you don't feel like it. Some days you'll feel tired, discouraged, or overwhelmed. That's exactly when you need to take action the most. Momentum doesn't care about your mood. It only cares about movement. And once you take that first step, you start a chain reaction that carries you forward. That's why in 2026, our focus should be on consistent action, not on waiting to feel ready. Think about a snowball rolling down a hill. At first, it's small, slow, and hard to move. But as it keeps rolling, it picks up speed. It grows larger, moves faster, and becomes unstoppable. That is what momentum does for your life. Each day you follow your plan. Even when you don't feel like it, you're adding to your snowball. You're building something that cannot be stopped by temporary feelings or circumstances. That is the power of following your plan over your mood. Momentum also creates confidence and belief in yourself. When you see consistent progress, when you experience results, it reinforces the idea that you are capable. That feeling of confidence doesn't come from motivation, it comes from action. The more you act, the more you trust yourself. The more you trust yourself, the easier it becomes to continue acting. And before you know it, your actions are no longer dictated by moods, they are dictated by results and momentum. So how do you start building momentum in 2026? Start small, but start today. Identify one action you can take each day toward your plan, no matter how small it seems. Do it consistently. Track your progress. Celebrate wins, even the tiny ones. And when your mood tries to convince you to quit or delay, remember that momentum outweighs feelings every time. It is the force that will carry you past obstacles, distractions, and self-doubt. Remember, the key to momentum is action, not emotion. Your moods are temporary. Your motivation is unreliable. But momentum is unstoppable. In 2026, commit to taking consistent action every single day. Build momentum in your work, your goals, and your life. Let it carry you past the days you don't feel like moving. Let it turn your dreams into results. And watch how following your plan, no matter your mood, changes everything. Too many people wait for the right moment to take action. They say, I'll start tomorrow, or I'll do it when I feel inspired, or I'll try again when everything falls into place. And you know what happens when you do that? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Life keeps moving, opportunities pass you by, and dreams that were once possible fade into regret. That's why in 2026, I want you to understand this simple truth. Success belongs to the doers, not the feelers. It belongs to the people who act, regardless of how they feel. It belongs to the people who follow their plan and refuse to let moods or emotions dictate their destiny. Moods are temporary. They come and go like the wind. One day you feel unstoppable. The next day you feel defeated. If you let your moods decide your actions, your life will always be inconsistent, unpredictable, and unfulfilled. But your plan is permanent. It is the roadmap to your future, the guide that leads you to your goals, and the anchor that keeps you steady when the storms of life hit. In 2026, the people who win will be the people who choose to act consistently, regardless of how they feel. That's how progress is made. That's how dreams become reality. Following your plan instead of your mood is not always easy. There will be days when your energy is low, when doubt creeps in, when fear tries to convince you to quit. But those are the days that matter the most. Those are the days that separate dreamers from achievers. Every successful person you know has faced moments like these. They didn't wait for motivation. They didn't wait for perfect conditions, and they didn't wait for inspiration. They acted anyway. They trusted their plan. They trusted themselves, and that is why they achieved results while others remain stuck. Here's another thing about following your plan. It creates consistency, and consistency is the secret to long-term success. One day of action may not seem like much. 1 week may feel insignificant, but over time, these consistent actions compound. They build momentum, confidence, and progress. And before you know it, your life has transformed. That is the power of acting despite your mood. It's not about feeling ready, it's about being relentless. It's about trusting the process and committing to the journey. I also want you to remember this: action breeds clarity. When you start taking consistent steps toward your plan, things start to make sense. Your goals become clearer. Your decisions become easier. Your path forward becomes obvious. Waiting for the perfect mood or the perfect moment only creates confusion, delay, and missed opportunities. Action, on the other hand, illuminates the way forward. It shows you what works, what doesn't, and what you need to do next. In 2026, let your actions guide you, not your feelings. I want you to understand that 2026 is not about waiting. It's about doing. It's about turning plans into results, goals into achievements, and dreams into reality. Moods will try to hold you back, tell you to delay, and convince you that it's too hard. But when you follow your plan with discipline, momentum, and consistency, you rise above them. You move forward. You achieve. You succeed. So make this your commitment for 2026. Stop waiting for the right feeling. Stop letting your moods dictate your actions. Follow your plan. Take consistent action. Show up every day, even when it's hard, and watch as your dedication transforms your life. Success is waiting, but only for those who act, only for those who follow their plan, not their mood. This is your year. Take it, own it, and make it yours.